Right, for sure. So talking about trades, the big blockbuster trade that is the Knicks with Luka. What other big moves do you see happening
Ooh, man, good question.
before the trade deadline coming up?
Before, so you still got Mike Conley out there, Marcus Saul. The Grizzlies are
Yeah.
trying to get them off. Actually, we just talking about the Knicks. They could. There's actually interest for Wesley Matthews, man. He's a good
Yeah, I
defender.
heard they might buy him out. So if they buy him out, there's some teams looking for him.
Yeah, man. I think on the list it was like the Thunder, Raptors, 76ers, and Warriors. Which let me say this, man, how good must it feel to get like cut by like a terrible team and then all of a sudden get picked up by like a contender? I mean, that's the true
Yeah.
definition of ashy to classy, for real. Shout out to Wesley Matthews. But no, man, I expect to see a lot of movement going on. Um, but as far as big moves, big names, Mark Saul, Mike Conley, I expected to see them find a home. And
Mhm.
the one that I really would like to happen, man, AD to the Lakers. To tell the truth, I really don't see AD ending up with the Lakers, man. So
This year
unfortunately,
or ever?
this year, there's
This
no,
year?
yeah, there's no really no incentive for Pelicans to do that. I mean, unless they would like that young core of the Lakers as much as you and the most of the Twitter sphere love that young core, maybe, but I really don't see it. But what about
Because
you?
Magic's throwing a house at him.
Magic needs to,
He's
but
throwing a
Magic,
house.
what the heck is Magic doing, man? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you can't trade the unwilling. I think New Orleans is holding off. Like, look, we got some diamonds right here. We're gonna wait to see what everybody's gonna offer for these diamonds. I think they would be kind of plumb dumb just to take the first offer
Definitely,
that somebody
definitely,
would throw at them.
definitely.
So they might as well wait until the end of the season and see who got the best offer.
So the seventh, man, what's that? Is that Thursday?
Is it?
Thursday, so if it's
We need
tomorrow,
the
it
research
should
department to
be,
catch up.
yeah, I think it's Thursday. Thursday, 3 o'clock Eastern time, 2 o'clock Central.
So we got a few days for that.
Yeah, got a few days, so yeah, we might see it. So
We might
do
see
you
it.
do you expect to see that happen or
No,
yeah,
no. If I'm New Orleans, I hold on.
yeah,
Who's gonna give me the best deal? Who's gonna? Because
true.
you never know what's gonna happen in the free agency period
Oh yeah,
and the draft.
yeah.
So who knows?
Do you
But
expect any moves outside of that though? AD.
I I expect Conley to be moved out. I don't know about Gasol, but I expect Conley to be moved. And I think the perfect destination for him would be Utah.
Oh yeah,
You Utah. You switch them for Utah and for Rubio.
Rubio,
You have
yeah,
Mike, and I think that because they've been rolling, they've been
yeah,
cruising
they have.
silently. They've been silent killers
Yep,
lately.
yep.
So I think you put Conley, you switch out Conley for Rubio. I think you can. I ain't gonna say knock off the Warriors. Let me not talk dumb.
Well,
I'm
hold
finna
up
talk
now.
crazy.
That's not that crazy though, easy because the Jazz is they have always given the Warriors fits, man. Since Quinn Snyder's been there, man, and the Warriors been his dynasty team. It's always every year you see the Jazz beating them consistently, and like I think we touched on a few episodes back because they D up, man. They play that tough D,
They play
and
tough defense, but
and you give them Conley a little bit more reliable scoring option on the perimeter, and plus that that playoff experience.
yeah, it's gonna take a team like that. It's gonna take a team like that, like how the Detroit Pistons were.
Yeah,
Yeah, that played good team ball and defensively sound. It's gonna take a team like that to knock off Death Row. But other than that, I don't
and
see nobody beating them boys in a 7 game
no
series.
man, yeah, it's tough to see that, man, especially now
Yeah,
the way they're playing. It's yeah, I don't see it. I really don't see it. I hate it.
nah.
I hate it with a passion.
I hate it too, man. I hope all these dudes break up. I hope all these super teams break up. I miss the days where NBA players were selfish, where they wanted the big money. They didn't care where they go. You
This one,
offering big, yeah, you offering big money in Orlando. I'm coming. Them the days I miss.
man.
I miss the selfish
The
players
selfish.
and yeah.
I don't even know, man. I feel like all them old head NBA players that talk about like back in the day, I never played with so and so. I never called up so and so. Like, man, you a damn lie. You probably did. Charles Barkley, for instance, Charles Barkley, when the first. So I feel like this all started with LeBron James going to Miami. You know,
Yes, it did.
and Charles Barkley was the first one to say, he gave LeBron a lot of heat. And then, you go back and you look at, Sir Charles, man, like what he was doing at the end of his career. You know what I mean? Like,
But
did
see,
he end up winning Rockets?
we're talking about Sir Charles at the end of his career. LeBron was what, 25, 20? He was in his mid 20s. We're not talking about Charles Barkley in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Charles Barkley at the end of his career.
I think
So I
Charles.
think the narrative is a little different.
I do. Yes, I would agree with you there. But I think what Charles was getting at, because Charles, we love Charles.
Yeah,
Charles, you watching?
yeah. Charles, my guy, man.
Charles was painting the picture like it was because of his competitiveness, when supposed to he painted it as LeBron rain chasing, and Charles painted it as he was against rain chasing. So yes, you're right. Charles going to the Rockets at the end of his career compared to LeBron going to the Heat in his prime is different, but the indictment on Charles is still the same. Charles, you still made it seem like you weren't in it for no chasing no rings or anything, when in fact, I believe you did try to chase a ring riding the coattails of the great Akeem
Well,
Olajuwon.
well, yeah. I mean, I agree. Charles was ring chasing at the end of his career, and even still, that Phoenix team. People forget Marley was an all star either that
Oh
same year or
yeah.
before, and Sabalos was an all star either that year before or after.
Oh, that
So I
team was
mean,
sick.
that team was loaded. So
If it wasn't
and
for
these,
Jordan,
yeah, if one for Jordan, maybe Barkley would have a ring,
yeah.
but. But yeah, Sir Charles was definitely ring chasing at the end of his
Oh
career.
yeah.
But I think the narrative is different because, like I said, LeBron was what?
He was
I want to
what,
say
20?
25,
Uh,
25, 26,
yeah, I think so. Cause yeah,
about
yeah,
25, 26. So
25,
that's
26.
what changed. That's when, you got the KDs and the Cousins and everybody wanted to be the superstar thing. So LeBron did shift it, you know,
Yeah,
in a negative and a positive way.
yeah.
So so before we go off on a LeBron tangent, I'm gonna
All right,
say he did it. It's a
we're,
both good, positive, and a negative
we're
thing that happened because of that.
we're gonna stop trying to bring up LeBron and Michael Jordan for that matter in
Because
these
we don't want
episodes.
to be those people. We don't want to be those
Yeah,
guys.
no.
It seems like that's everybody only think
Everybody,
basketball now.
that's all they want to talk about. I was thinking about this easy, and this is something to think about. Basketball, the NBA it's a sport that is, while it's going on, it has less interest than what is happening off the court and what has already happened seasons, decades before, for that matter. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like baseball, for instance, you talk to a baseball guy is gonna be like, oh yeah, so and so batting average and chase the batting average all up and down, you know what I mean? During the season. And of course, baseball's real big on history, but they pay attention to the guys playing in their pursuit of that history.
Yeah.
Um, Football, every week it's a change in narrative on the team as far as the product on the field. But the NBA is like the only sport to, whereas the Nuggets had huge wins this week, and nobody talks about that. If you
Nobody
go
thought that's
on
true.
social media, you see stuff about Jordan and LeBron. How does this player play against this player? But nobody talks about the actual product that's on being sold.
Well, we're living in the TMZ era, bruh. That's what it is. Headline sales, man. Then we talk more about drama that's going on with teams and who's going to do what, when, where, and why, and instead of actually playing basketball. So
True.
that's why these big market teams in the NBA are winning.